Hello, Dr. Karen Can here. Welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. I'm the founder of the Academy of Light Medicine's Topekan Healing Method. And this week, cosmic relationships is on the forefront. Actually, it's been going on for more than a week, but I wanted to talk about it this week. So there's a lot of astrological things happening, cosmic things, if you will. Now, I am not an astrologer, not even close. In fact, after I learned from my mentor, Marcus Bird, that there's actually 13 months, not 12. And I'm actually not Aquarius, but Capricornus. Oh, mind blown. Since then, I haven't really paid too much attention to astrology. However, we are star beings. We're made of stardust. You know what I mean? Like we are connected to all, including the planets and whatever is going on out there. So what that means is that from time to time with the ascension, aka expansion process, as our consciousness expands, as we connect to other dimensions and higher octaves and things like that, we can feel what's going on in the universe or multiverse. And the shifts that are going on are shifts that are supposed to happen. And at the same time, they can be extremely challenging for us. You know, have you ever had that feeling like, wow, okay, wow, I feel all this stuff, this emotional triggering. Yeah, I'm pretty good on that. And then this astrological stuff happens, whether you know it or not, right? And all of a sudden, everyone's getting triggered. You're getting triggered. And you're like, what's going on? I thought I healed this stuff, right? And the stuff could be anything from an old pattern of I'm not good enough. It could be an old pattern of I can't ask for help. It could be an old pattern of overdoing, overgiving, assuming there's all sorts of patterns out there, right? That probably don't support us in that ideal reality of prosperity, harmony, joy for all. But it's something that we're going through right now. Now, hopefully, hopefully you haven't said or done anything you regret over the last week or two because of these immense cosmic energies. But even if you did, you can always apologize, right? Now, it doesn't mean that you can have an excuse necessarily for treating someone poorly or for reacting and potentially harming someone energetically. That being said, you can just take it all back and resolve it and heal it, right? So one of the things that's most important to minimize the effect of these cosmic forces on ourselves as we expand and our spiritual gifts expand, we can feel more, is to rebalance, reharmonize, and optimize the energetic relationship between us and all elements of the cosmos. Can't hurt to try, right? So I have found this fairly helpful. Maybe it's helpful for you. So I'd like to offer you a Topekan Healing mini activation today where we get into stillness together. So we visit that 0 point field and I'll speak the Topekan Healing directive just to help ease that relationship and perhaps either now or in the future, anytime we have some pretty rough rides, cosmologically, you will feel very stable. Wouldn't that be nice? Yay! So also love to hear the comments, what you've been what's been happening for you this past week or two with regards to this. Have you noticed this huge cosmic shift or not so much? Have you been super stable in your emotions, which is like awesome for you if you have. So, and here's one other strategy before we get into the Topekan Healing Activation. In my book, I think it's chapter 8 of the Sensitivity Superpower, the chapter is called Transformational Telepathy. Oh boy, using a lot of that lately. So level 1 transformational telepathy is very, very simple. All it is putting the person that you may have a conflict with or they have a conflict with you, all right, you put their name at the top of a journal or a piece of paper, and every day for 30 days straight, yes, 30 days straight if you're not really good at this already, you're going to write down 10 things you appreciate about that person. Now, it could be, if you're really angry at that person, it could be like you sitting there for 5 minutes going, I don't know what to put down. But if you're in a relationship with that person, there's probably something you like about them or appreciate about them. And it could very well be you don't like them at all, okay? But say it's a boss at work, but you feel obligated to stay in that job for whatever reason, and you get triggered a lot. But perhaps you appreciate that they're really good at baking cakes. So you can put that down, right? And you maybe really appreciate how they come in with really neat, tidy, shiny leather shoes, or that their earrings match their leather shoes, or you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to like stretch, especially if you don't like the person. Perhaps it's a narcissistic ex-husband or wife. And then you might go, well, I was attracted to them at some point, so let's see, what can I say? Well, maybe you appreciate them because they're incredibly charming, maybe deceivingly so to other people where they have no idea that they're narcissists, right? Like there are some things that you can appreciate about just about anything, even a rock. So, in transformational telepathy, you write down 10 things you appreciate about that person. More details are in that book. So, I got to tell you, it works usually very, very quickly. Now, for me, oftentimes I can just say it out loud or in my head. What I've noticed is because of these cosmological shifts and changes, there's a slight shift every day. And there's even a deeper love and appreciation for me to go into in order to make the shift visibly for the other person, or visibly for me to see a shift in the other person. And so that's taken a little bit more consistency lately. The cool thing in doing this transformational telepathy exercise is that we become more peaceful as we're doing it. Ah, yes, the side effect. So I highly recommend you check that out and become an expert at it, because these days things not getting easier in the moment. So really, really good to do this. And the cool thing is you don't have to talk to the person if you don't want to. You know, you don't have to air things out, because if it's volatile, it may not go that well, right? Just do it on your own. Don't tell them you're doing it. Just every single day, write down 10 things you appreciate about that person. Got it? All right, let's do the Topekan healing activation. Let's get into our bodies, get the energy in our bodies so that we can make that shift. Let's go into the 0-point field through our bodies. So if it's safe for you to do so, go ahead and close your eyes, make some movements, get some chi and energy running in the body. Perhaps rub your hands. This is optional. Relax and then focus on the inside of your body. Feel any buzzing, vibration, waves, tingling, any movement at all, and follow that movement wherever it goes. Perhaps it's on the left, perhaps on the right, more up or down. It doesn't really matter. Just don't try to change it. Just allow it to be there and just notice it. We're going into the 0-point field through the body. So be in the body. I'll speak some Topekan healing directives. Here we go. I now command that your relationship, your energetic relationship, yes, between you and the cosmos and everything in and of it, and anything that you're made of, be completely healed, harmonized, and optimized in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with speed, ease, and grace. It is now commanded that all of your bodies, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic, dimensional, be rebalanced, reoptimized, and reharmonized energetically with all the cosmic bodies, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetic, dimensionally, and all other ways we don't know about, with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. Let's go ahead and rebalance the resonant energy field. So just imagine yourself rebalancing, coming to center. Now command your resonant energy field be balanced, healed, and stable in the highest and best way. Now command that the resonant energy fields of the cosmos and everything that makes up the cosmos, whatever's ready to rebalance, be rebalanced, restabilized, ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You take a breath in and out and open your eyes. Oh, I got very relaxed right now. I don't know about you, but I got relaxed. Love to hear what your result is now. I got to finish this video. So then I can take a nap. Go ahead and put in the comments how that felt for you. And remember to hit the subscribe button if you are not subscribed already to my channel, and perhaps the notification bells. Every time I do a new video, you will be notified. All right, some announcements for this week. So on Light Warrior Radio, I'm airing a very special interview with my friend Kristen Nagle. She is a former NICU NICU nurse. Wow, I should have said NICU instead of NICU. Anyway, so neonatal intensive care unit nurse. Now, I loved the neonatal unit before because I love babies, right? So I know it takes a very special person to be this kind of nurse, and an even more special person to stand up for freedom, stand up for medical freedom, and be willing to go through all sorts of things, including being arrested for nothing wrong, being almost trampled by cops and things like that on horses in Ottawa, and all sorts of interesting things. So she birthed a child not that long ago, naturally in that home, and this incredible story in this interview about how from one child to the next, she kept evolving in her womanhood, in her motherhood, realizing that, wait a second, maybe Western medicine doesn't have all the answers, and maybe when it comes to childbirth, maybe they shouldn't, if you know what I mean. So it's a very, very interesting interview about her process and how she shifted that and literally is, you know, undergoing this transformation where instead of the medicalization of childbirth, she's really championing like new birthing experience, something that she had personally. So fascinating, fascinating things that we're going to talk about on the show. So let me outline for you some of the things we're talking about. So in addition to her transformative experience going through her 3 children, she decided to pursue a home birth. And maybe if you're interested in that, you might want to hear what she has to say. And so now she's basically going global to help men and women reclaim the birth experience. And in case, you know, when you're listening to this, the Reclaiming Birth Conference has come and gone. I believe this is going to be an annual event, so make sure you get on their mailing list to learn more, especially if you know people who are very dedicated, let's just say, to birthing naturally and having a very good experience with birth. This is a very special interview, very dear friend, just a beautiful, beautiful soul, and I'd love for you to hear her wisdom and her journey. So Monday at 12 noon, we are airing that show, so check that out. And then let's see, what else do I have to say? Oh, yes. So there's a couple of other things going on that are really, really fun and cool. So the Inside of X movie that I was starring in, that has a second book, volume 2. I was in volume 1. Volume 2 is coming out July 25th. There is a launch party. It's usually a very big deal. We have dignitaries in the book, and that's your chance to meet them on Zoom, as well as a vie for some pretty amazing prizes. Like some of them are $500 or more for these prizes. So, especially if you are a wannabe, you know, published book author or number one, you know, international book author wannabe, definitely be on that book launch. You'll see how it's done. And everyone will buy the book around the same window of time. That's how we get it #1 international bestselling. So that's how, for the most part, I got all of my books #1 bestselling, international bestsellers. And Keith Leon S., my publisher, movie maker, and my dear friend, is going to be hosting that launch party. So check it out. It's free to join. Love to have you live there, or at least purchase a copy of Volume 2 of The Inside Effects on that launch day on the 25th. The other thing I want to share with you is once in a while I will talk about our Health Freedom Tribe. In fact, we had some pretty amazing guests the past month or so. Corey Angelot, Halliwell, Anahata Halliwell, and talking about all sorts of things about slavery, about water, about, you know, oh my gosh, so many amazing, amazing topics. We've done topics on sacred sites, and I get to tell the Health Freedom Tribe some of the stuff that I'm up to every single week, as well as my journey through learning more about the Sovereign's Way and some of their teachings as well about how to function in the private versus the public. And if you don't know what that means, perhaps you'd like to join the Health Freedom Tribe. So I'll put a list of kind of like benefits of joining below, as well as the link to join. And we do a Zoom every Wednesday at 12 noon. We chat, we do meditation. I call it the Marvelous Manifestation Meditation. And we have each month at least one special guest. And in fact, I think Health Freedom Tribe might have been the first place we did the time jumping journey. Cool. So sometimes there's a lot of firsts in the Health Freedom Tribe, and it's super fun and super connecting. So yeah, so join us there if you are a medical freedom or just a general freedom advocate or champion. We'd love to have you there and discuss what is going on in the world, and definitely putting a very positive spin on everything. All right, let me just check my notes here to see if there's anything else I should be announcing. Okay, I think that is it for this week. Oh my goodness. I'm still very relaxed here. I'm just ready to take a nap. So just make sure you're careful if you're driving. Drink lots of water today. We did a big mini healing. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, big mini healing. However, when it comes to relationships with the cosmos, whew, there's a lot of stuff there. So let me know how it goes, and even let me know in a couple of days. You can post in the comments below how that feels with your relationships with everybody else, human and non-human. All right, until next time, much love to you. Take it easy and remember to comment, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.